Very warm welcome to you once again. And if you remember the previous video in which I talked about my own game and the way I play tennis, so I was telling you and mentioning that when it comes to the backhand, I have a double fisted backhand. So it seems to be quite okay, although I know that many people do suffer when it comes to the backhand side, and they are quite good at hitting their forehand. My case is a little opposite, and it takes me a little while to adjust my forehand. Once I've done some drills, once I've done some practice, some warm up, and then if I play a match, then it seems quite good. But all of a sudden entering into the court and start to hitting the ball or simply playing a match against an opponent, I struggle when it comes to the forehand. But this time it was happening a lot. As I told you in the previous video while recording, that backhand seems to be quite well because I have a better control over the ball. But I was able to figure out the problem that I was having when it comes to playing a forehand, and today it has given me the answer. So see what I have here. Do you see? Broken strings. And why it all happened? Because the tension kept on going down. And basically, when it comes to the tension of the racket, generally the recommended tension is somewhere between 55 and 60. Some people keep it a little low, they take it to 50, but it's all a matter of whether you want to play with power or you want to have more control. The more tension that you keep within your racket, so that means that you'll be the one who will be generating power, because the higher tension is basically giving you more control. On the other side, if you want to keep less stress on your body, meaning the racket and the strings should be generating all the power for you, that means that you will be losing the control, and it won't be easy to hit perfect shots where you are basically aiming to hit the target. It won't be happening. Rather, the racket will assist you by generating all the power, and you have to apply less power, whereas the racket will be doing all the work for you, and you can simply hit without any kind of trouble. So this thing was creating some problem for me for the last few days, in which I was trying to spin, or rather I would say brush the ball as much as I can, but despite all my effort the ball was going out, and I was having this, it was pinching me. Why is it all happening despite the fact that I'm trying to brush the ball, spin the ball, generating all the top spin, that is, but in spite of all the effort, it's still going out. So finally I got the answer, as you have seen it, so which means that I will be going for stringing, and I will be keeping it to 55 and 57. That will be the range within which I generally tell the person who simply strings my racket that this should be the tension. And the tip that I want to give you is that basically the tension keeps on getting down, which means with the passage of time you will start losing control over the ball, and the racket will become more and more powerful because tension will drop. So you have to adjust yourself, and I would say that don't take it to an extent in which you are totally relying on the racket's power. Rather, after a short while you should proceed ahead with giving your racket to the person who simply strings it, and just simply tell him to break the old one and reinstall the new set of strings within your racket with which you are basically comfortable, and just simply tell him to keep it to 55, 57. This will help you to be consistent and to know the kind of effort or the power that you need to simply and develop to execute the perfect forehand backhand. And in this way your shots, your strokes, your top spin, forehand as well as backhand will be consistent. If you will simply stick yourself with one set of strings that you have simply installed in your racket, if you keep on playing, so gradually what will happen is that you will, as I told you earlier, you will be relying more on the racket. You will gradually start reducing the manner in which you simply take your racket back and simply do the swing. It won't be happening. Rather, you will be holding back your racket, and this will be creating the problem for you because you won't be able to hit the target where you want to. The place where you are aiming to hit the ball will not be landing over there. Rather, it will be going across the baseline, and that will trouble you a lot. So this is my tip for you. Do remember it, and it's certainly going to help you a lot. I'll be going for stringing very soon, and I generally go for the links, which is basically manufactured by Head. And you can also share the kind of string and the string pattern of the racket that you prefer, and how does it benefit you, and if you know the difference between monofilament, multifilament, poly, and natural gut, and with which category of strings you are more comfortable, you can share it in the comment section. Would love to hear it from you, and I'll see that if I find some good tips, I may simply try it out on my own rackets also. For now I'm using links. It's poly and it's a good one. It gives me some good control. I'm quite used to, playing with this category of string, and it's quite good. It doesn't give me that much of trouble. I do not suffer from tennis elbow. I don't feel that much of trouble when it comes to serving. I do not have pain in my shoulder, so I'm quite comfortable. I simply, put on wristbands and I'm quite good. And so far so good, yeah. But if you have any other set of strings that you wish to recommend that I should try out, you can share it in the comment section. We'd love to hear it from you. Thank you.